Knowledge. I am Thoth, an ancient deity known for my wisdom and understanding. Allow me to illuminate the concept of the universal laws. The law of mentalism. The all is mind. The universe is mental. This law emphasizes the idea that everything originates from the mind and that thoughts have creative power. The law of correspondence. As above, so below. As below, so above. This law highlights the interconnectedness of all things, stating that patterns in the universe are reflected on multiple scales. The law of vibration. Nothing rests. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. This law asserts that everything is in motion and emits vibrations at various frequencies. The law of polarity. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. This law explains that opposites are necessary for understanding and growth. The law of rhythm. Everything flows. Out and in. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. This law describes the cyclical nature of life and the existence of natural rhythms. The law of cause and effect. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. This law underscores the idea that actions have consequences and that there is a chain of events. The law of gender. Gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. This law acknowledges the presence of masculine and feminine energies within all things.
I'm studying the law of mentalism, and it is telling me, honey, that all is mind, honey, that the universe itself is mental, which means that don't nothing happen unless I think it and express it in some kind of way, honey. Manifest it, okay? So it's saying everything that's happening in my reality now, including the stuff I love and the stuff that I kind of don't want to deal with, honey, I created it all. I got some work to do.
It's all up here now. If you want to move something, you got to move it with your mind. You got to focus. You hear what I'm saying?
I'm gone.
All is mind and the universe is mental. The law of mentalism, part 2. The subconscious mind. Now to reiterate, the law of mentalism states that the all is mind and that the universe is mental. That is to understand that this entire physical reality that you perceive is controlled, governed, and operated by the mind. Quite literally, the way that all of us perceive this reality is literally through our mind, our brain. All noise or sound is simply just vibrations that your brain translates into what you perceive to be sound. Whenever you touch something, all it is just electrical signals being sent to the brain, communicating with the brain what is happening, and then your brain translates to you the feeling. So in understanding that this entire reality is perceived and controlled by the mind, it's important to understand what the subconscious mind is. Now pay attention to this build. So your conscious mind is plain and simply just the things that you're aware of, like having work in the morning, or if you're hungry or something like that. And now your subconscious mind is plain and simply just the things that you are unaware of, or the things that are beyond your current level of awareness. Things like your heartbeat, your reflexes, your genetic memory, your past life memories, all the different lives you've lived before, your ancestors' memories that are within your genetics. These are things that you don't consciously know or understand. You could also look at your conscious mind as just a dot, as in all the things that you're aware of are within this dot right here. Now, understand that this dot, this small circle that is your conscious mind or your level of awareness, is within an even greater circle that is your subconscious. And a good way to understand that is like this. Can you tell me exactly what you were doing right now at this moment, 20 years ago today? You probably wouldn't be able to tell me. But what you must understand is that that memory, that thought, is permanently recorded within your mind, in your subconscious. And as a matter of fact, each and every single memory and experience that you've had in your life, from the time that you was born up until right now at this very moment, has been permanently recorded within your subconscious mind. And just like this picture illustrates, your conscious mind is only a minute fraction of what you really are. Your subconscious, your unconscious, is what truly controls your life, controls your mind. Because within your subconscious is all the experiences that you've had, as well as all the experiences within your genetics from your past lives or your past ancestors. And with understanding that it is your subconscious which rules the vast majority of all of your actions, it is key to reprogram your subconscious mind. Follow and stay tuned for part 3 on how to reprogram your subconscious.
Correspondence is a vital principle in esoteric and spiritual philosophies. It states that there are inherent similarities and relationships between various levels of reality, including the physical, mental, and spiritual realms. This principle suggests that patterns, qualities, and phenomena observed in one aspect of existence can be recognized and understood in another. It implies that the microcosm, the individual, reflects the macrocosm, the universe, and vice versa. An example of this is the concept of as above, so below, which highlights the reflection of higher and lower levels of reality. Understanding the law of correspondence enables individuals to explore the interconnectedness of different aspects of life and seek alignment within themselves and with the universe. By recognizing the similarities and connections between different levels of existence, we can gain insight, promote personal growth, and enhance our spiritual journey. It encourages us to perceive the world holistically and discover profound wisdom in the patterns and laws that govern the universe.
As above, so below. As within, so without. That's the law of correspondence. It is not Solomon's, David's, Billy, or whoever. A correspondence, the law of correspondence. As above, so below. Whatever is going on in your head is going on in your body. Whatever is going on inside your body is going on outside in your life. That's the way it's immediately relevant. Then it gets to be whatever is going on in the heavens is going on the earth. Whatever is going on the inside of the heavens is going on the inside of you in your spiritual, astral, invisible body. That's the law of correspondence. You keep that universal principle as you look at things moving in your world to comprehend why, how. See? Because the law of correspondence keeps working with the other part of universal law.
Universal laws. Number 3. Law of correspondence. This law states that patterns repeat throughout the universe, and on a personal level, our reality is a mirror of what's happening inside us at that moment. Think, as above, so below. As within, so without. Mantra for this law. It's happening for you, not to you. If our life is chaotic and fearful, it's because there is chaos and fear within. If our life seems calm and grounded, it is because we feel peace within.
The law of vibration states that everything, including thoughts and emotions, has a unique vibrational frequency. This principle is fundamental in the universe, with all objects in constant motion. Similar frequencies attract one another, relating to the law of attraction, which suggests we attract experiences matching our dominant thoughts and emotions. To manifest desires, align your thoughts and emotions with the frequency of what you want to attract. Positive thoughts and emotions have higher vibrations, while negative ones have lower vibrations. By consciously choosing positivity, you raise your vibration and attract favorable experiences. Raise your vibrational frequency through gratitude, joyful activities, meditation, and surrounding yourself with positive people, ultimately aligning with your desired outcomes.
The law of vibration works. Albert Einstein once said, "Everything in life is vibration. It's like tuning into a radio frequency. Tune into the frequency of negativity, and you will get static. And the more you resonate positivity, the more positivity reverberates back." This law isn't about ignoring problems or faking positivity. It's about genuine attunement. Your true vibration doesn't stem from the superficial. It emanates from within. Truly resonate with your authentic self. Stop pretending. Start resonating.
Vibration is what leads to attraction. Albert Einstein said, quote, "Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics."
So think about it. Under the laws of vibration, like you said, what you vibrate towards. If you're constantly vibrating towards money and physical things, that's all you get is physical. That's all you get is physical. Laws of vibration, like they say, it deals with laws of attraction. But when you start dealing with the spiritual, I want to be able to fly. I want to be able to levitate. I want to have a more spiritual mindset. I want to be in tune with nature. I want the powers of the cosmos within me. Then, therefore, you attract more energy from the cosmos. More, this is when your meditation comes in. This is when you start doing your mudras and your mantras. But the physical is only temporary. All right? This money, you think this money is going to last? It's not going to last. The majority of the money is going to be done by the end of this calendar year. All right? That's why they're fighting so hard to try to keep it alive. Under the laws of vibration, our thoughts. Your thoughts render vibrations, especially as the original beings. So something for you to think about. The laws of vibration. All right? So this is some extremely important information, brothers and sisters.
The law of polarity. In this video, we'll delve into this fascinating concept, which is rooted in the understanding that opposites are interconnected and essential in the fabric of the universe. The law of polarity is a fundamental principle in various spiritual and philosophical teachings. It suggests that everything in the universe has its polar opposite, light and darkness, love and hate, hot and cold, and that these dualities are not separate, but exist on a continuous spectrum. Imagine a magnet with a north and a south pole. These opposites attract, creating a powerful force of attraction between them. This illustrates the law of polarity, showing how opposites can complement and balance each other. This law extends beyond the physical realm. It applies to our emotions, thoughts, and experiences. In our lives, we often encounter moments of joy and sorrow, success and failure, peace and chaos. Understanding the law of polarity can help us navigate these experiences with greater wisdom. One of the profound lessons from the law of polarity is that we can learn and grow through contrast. Just as the darkest night precedes the dawn, our challenges can lead to personal transformation. When we face adversity, we have the opportunity to develop resilience and strength. Additionally, embracing polarity allows us to appreciate the beauty in diversity and differences. It reminds us that every person we encounter is unique, with their own strengths and weaknesses. Instead of judging or resisting these differences, we can learn to harmonize with them and create more balanced relationships. Practicing the law of polarity can lead to personal growth, inner peace, and a deeper understanding of the world around us. By recognizing that opposites are two sides of the same coin, we can transcend judgments, embrace acceptance, and find harmony in our lives. As you reflect on the law of polarity, consider how it applies to your own life. How can you use this principle to find balance, navigate challenges, and foster greater understanding and compassion for yourself and others? Until next time, may you find peace in the dance of opposites that is the essence of existence.
So if you're one of those people who can't keep a beat, or you ain't got no rhythm, you might be a little hurt by this one. So for a refresher, we're going through the 12 universal laws, and the law of rhythm is one of them. So the law of rhythm states that everything in the universe moves in a predictable pattern and rhythm, and that they repeat consistently. This means that our lives are also subject to these cycles. And by aligning with and tapping into the rhythm of life, we are able to better achieve our goals. But how do you do that? Well, number one, you have to trust the process. The law of rhythm tells us that there's a natural order and flow to life, and that everything happens in its own time. That means that sometimes we may not see results immediately, but that does not mean that they are not coming in due time. You trust the process, you have faith in the rhythm, you are able to stay focused on your goals and achieve them a lot more easily. Secondly, use the highs and lows to your advantage. The law of rhythm teaches us to use both the highs and the lows for opportunities for growth and learning. So celebrate the highs, learn, reevaluate, and reflect during the lows. Third, you want to embrace change. It's a natural part of life, and we've talked about it before. The law of rhythm teaches us that everything is in a constant state of change, and by embracing that change, we can learn to adapt and thrive in any situation. And lastly, find balance. Find balance. Because in doing so, you are going to be aligned with the natural rhythm of life. There are highs and there are lows, and there are constants and there are changes. If you are able to find balance within that, it is honestly smooth sailing for you. So now you know. If you want to dive a little deeper, here's some journal prompts for you, so just pause to read. Shameless plug time. I have written a book on this exact subject, how to use the 12 universal laws to manifest money, live your best life, and achieve your goals. If you want to cop that, you can go to the thing in my thing and get that and start working on it today. All right, friend, we have one law left, and that's the end of the series. So let me know if you want to dive into something else, or if you have any questions.
Use the law of cause and effect to create unlimited good karma. The law of cause and effect states that every effect in your life has an exact cause. The saying of what goes around comes around sums up nicely the karmic law of cause and effect. But it doesn't just end there. You see, each effect then becomes a cause for something else. I like to describe the law of cause and effect like an unlimited line of dominoes. The first one is knocked over, which knocks over another, and so on. In order to truly understand what cause and effect is, you must know the definitions of both. A cause is the reason or action that brings about the results. An effect is the result of an action or cause. The laws of the universe are potent tools that can lead you to a highly fulfilling life. For these laws to work for you and create good karma, you must align your thoughts and actions with their principles. You will find that it is easier to create wealth, heal, and attract what you desire than you initially thought. The karmic law of cause and effect works together with your memory and desires. Becoming aware of the principles behind this law of the universe enables you to align your decisions and behaviors better. Ultimately, this alignment of decisions and behaviors leads you to consciously generate reality. As a human being, you react to the life experiences that you take in. You then categorize everything that happens in your life into good or bad. Then you determine desire. What most people do not realize is that this whole process is the foundation of your reality, and a change of thoughts gives you the power to completely transform your reality. Whatever your circumstances, you are in control of how you think of them. It is those thoughts that will influence the effects that come your way. Soon you will be surprised at how causes and effects shape your life. We are what we repeatedly do, and we become what we repeatedly think about. Once you realize the power of cause and effect, you start understanding how powerful your thoughts are. This transformation enables you to alter your reality as you like. The law of cause and effect rekindles your intuition, allowing you to understand the consequences of the actions you take. In a relationship between cause and effect, one must precede the other. In this case, the cause comes first, followed by the effect. A good cause and effect example is when an alarm wakes you up in the morning. The clock is the cause. The effect is you waking up. As mentioned earlier, causes are actions. Effects are the consequences of those actions. Actions can be either physical, social, mental, or emotional. But regardless of the type of action, it influences how your life and circumstances turn out. The law of cause and effect teaches that you should be mindful of your actions as they send a ripple effect to the universe. And with the interconnectedness of the world, those ripples eventually find their way back to you. This law is immutable, meaning it does not change regardless of where you are in the world. However, one thing holds, that life is not built upon luck, chance, or accidents. And ultimately, the life you are living today is entirely your choice. Drop a 100 if you read this far. This shows you are part of the 0.01% who actually finish what they start. If you are serious about changing your life, then click the link in gender.
Finally, the law of gender pertains to the presence of masculine and feminine energies inherent in everything. Historically, our society has predominantly embraced a masculine approach, characterized by a hustle-and-do mindset, leaving little space for simply being. How to apply it? Find your equilibrium between the energies of divine masculinity and divine femininity to lead a more genuine life.
Peace, family. So today we are here to talk about the Hermetic Principle number 7 out of 7, right? This will complete the series. And this principle is the law of gender. So this law states that all individuals have both masculine and feminine energies within them, right? The goal is to strike a balance between these two energies to create harmony and manifestation in life. This law represents the ability to tap into both knowledge and knowing, and to understand that creation requires both masculine and feminine principles, right? So in the physical world, the law of gender is evident in the concept of sexual reproduction. Where both male and female energies come together to create new life, right? Similarly, in the energetic world, the law applies to the creation and ideas and manifestations where both masculine and feminine energies are required to bring them into being. Okay, so mind you, we got to think bigger than physicalities, right? This law is not limited to physical gender. Man and women is not limited to that, but rather refers to the masculine and feminine principles that exist within each individual. It is about recognizing and embracing both aspects of oneself and using them in harmony to create balance in a fulfilling life. So here are some points to consider, right? Within this law, masculine and feminine energies are universal. Both energies exist within each individual, which are not limited to physical gender, right? Once again, balance is key, right? Striking a balance between masculine and feminine energies is crucial for harmony and manifestation. Creation requires both energies. Both masculine and feminine principles are necessary for creation and manifestation. Recognizing and embrace both aspects of yourself. Recognize and accept both your masculine and feminine energies and use them in harmony to create a balanced and fulfilling life. So, some other aspects of self that are associated with the masculine and feminine principles, right, would be the yin and yang, would be inhale, exhale, initiating and yielding, right, giving and receiving, you understand, the consciousness and then subconscious, light and dark, things of that nature. So as I read from my notes, right, we understand that everything has gender, masculine and feminine principles. However, there is no absolute gender. Male and female manifest only on the material plane of existence, right? So stars, planets, beings, mortals, plants, animals, and microbes all have gender. You know what I'm saying? Some external and some internal. On the energetic level, some external on the physical level. The law of gender has been mistakenly associated with passive and aggressive, positive or negative, and good or bad, but it is neither of those things. They are both dependent on each other and are equal. A more accurate description is initiating and yielding, right? Because initiating and putting ourselves out there, right? Making that first step, making those moves, that is considered to be, being assertive is considered to be a masculine principle or aspect, while receiving and yielding, right? Taking time to consider tapping into our intuition, right? Sitting with self, sitting with our emotions, feeling. These things are considered to be feminine principles or feminine aspect of nature, right? It's not to state that one is greater than the other. It's not to state that one is better than the other, or neither of those things. It is basically to state that, hey, we have both of these energies within us, and it is wise to balance those things and utilize both energies, right? Instead of polarizing those energies. Being centered and balanced is always an advantageous place to be. Another aspect of masculinity and femininity within a person is the logical mind is associated with the masculine energy, right? And operating from the heart space, and the heart chakra is considered to be operating from within that feminine space, right? Which, again, is not to demonize neither, right? And it's not to say that a man operating from his heart space is quote-unquote feminine. What it is meaning is that is a man that is actually able to tap in. A man who can use his mind in his heart is a man that has acquired that balance and is exemplifying mastery of both his masculine and feminine principles. And the same goes for the woman as well. And this is where we get our divine feminine and divine masculine. So just to give you some research to back up what I was actually saying, the masculine and feminine principles, some are called yin and yang or Shiva and Shakti, right? Which are archetypal qualities of energy that moves through all males and females of all creation as well. With all this fluidity and variation of the continuum of duality, why bother to label the feminine and masculine principles at all? All right, that's a great question. So, this researcher has found that in distinguishing and understanding these archetypal principles, we gain more self-awareness, gratitude, and mastery of our ability to dance with the cosmic dynamics of love. As we marry our internal masculine and feminine, they become wedded to the sole mission of your life, working together to bring a quality of devotion, beauty, and authenticity, which is incredibly rare and radiates grace, right? So I can speak for example really fast. So me, if I'm just solely operating within my masculine space, right? First off, there would be an imbalance to a degree, because first off, if I'm disassociating from the feminine energy that I harbor within, then I would be overly logical, right? I could be overly aggressive, right? Inconsiderate. What are some more things? I'm violent. You get what I'm saying? But by implementing my, feminine aspects, right, of the energy that is within, then I can learn compassion, I can learn empathy, I can learn understanding, right? I can access my intuition, right? I can give myself grace, I can give others grace. You get what I'm saying? I can show forgiveness. You get what I'm saying? I can tap into my emotions, I can feel my feelings, you feel me? And I can learn them from a different standpoint, from a different perspective than I would if I was just solely operating within my masculine. Now, it doesn't make anyone less of a man or a woman. We have to understand these things. We have to think bigger than what we've been taught. And what I am stating right now has nothing to do with anyone's specific, sexual preferences or orientation. This is not that type of discussion. All that I am simply stating is that there are categories in which energy is created, in which it operates, and it will be in our best interest to learn these concepts of energies, and also to understand that we harbor them both, and also to understand that they each have a purpose, right? And also to understand that by integrating these purposes, we can actually better fulfill our purpose here in this lifetime, which goes into the mastery of self. You cannot master self if you do not know all the parts of yourself that are needing to be mastered. This is really as simple as that. So it would be wise to understand the energies that we harbor so that we can use them in our best interest and they not be used against us. So the law of gender goes way beyond this physical plane, and it goes way beyond just man and woman, okay? It goes way beyond that, right? We have to think outside of the box with this one, right? Or inside of the self with this one. So, as we go forth on this journey, may you learn to respect your feminine and your masculine. Nurture them both. Understand that they are both there to complement each other, right? And it trickles down into this realm as well, as the man is here to complement the woman as well, right? The father son complements Mother Earth. You see what I mean? I say.
So I hope you all learned a lot from this. This is very powerful. These are the 7 universal laws. There are actually 12 universal laws, but these are the 7 hermetic universal laws, the 7 universal laws of Hermes. All right, but there are actually 12 universal laws. We'll go into the other 5 a little later, but I hope you all gained a lot of information from this right here. And this is something that will take us into a whole different aspect of the life that we live. All right, it's important to understand what they call the esoteric and the spiritual. All right, it's extremely important. Okay, so with no further ado, this is Brother Wisdom. All right, and you know the deal. All power to the multi-chakra, celestial angelic beings. May chaos reign with you forever and ever and ever. May chaos be forever within you. All right, much power to you all.